Okay, here are the video instructions on how to play a Blu-ray DVD player. As you can see, the television is off, and if we come over here, the DVD, the Blu-ray player is also off. So while we're at the Blu-ray player, I'm going to manually turn it on by clicking the power button and then walking over. Manually turn the television on by hitting the power button, and then I'm going to wait for it to turn on, and we're going to go to input number, I believe it is input number 5, so that's 7, number 5, and there is the Blu-ray that's already throwing its warning signs. Now we're going to come down to the remote control. Right now it's on the cable box, so I'm going to hit devices and I'm going to click the DVD player. Now it is ready to play a movie. So we're going to wait for all this advertising stuff to finish. Here we come to the Blu-ray main menu of the disc that's in there, which is Band of Brothers. And you can see the menu down on the bottom. Since we already have the DVD selected on the remote, then we're just going to come down and use the navigation arrows to select what we want to select. And you can see it starts to highlight. And if I want to watch part 1, I highlight part 1. If I want to watch part 2, I highlight part 2 by navigating with these arrows, and then I press OK. And then it highlights the letter play, and I press play. And now the movie is ready to go. Now that we're still on the DVD player, I can come down to the bottom and navigate across the DVD player by using the standard fast forward, play, pause, rewind buttons here. So right now I'm in the credits. If I just want to fast forward, I click the top fast forward button. Click it once and it starts to fast forward. Click it twice and it goes faster. Click it 3 times, it goes even faster than that. And then when I get to the part that I want to get to, I'll just press play. I'm going to keep on going till I get to the part that I want to get to here. Now, I press stop to stop the movie from playing. And let's say I want to turn the DVD player off. I make sure that the DVD player is still the device chosen, and it is, and I click the power button, and it turned the DVD player off. And then I can come over here to the television, and if I want to go back to watching television, I come back to the input. Oh, looks here. So after I turn the DVD player off, after about 10 seconds, the television turned off. So I'm going to turn the television back on. But remember, it's still on the DVD mode, which is input number 5. And I'm going to highlight this to get it back to the television which is input number 4. Put it on input number 4. Come back to the remote control. And I want to watch television. I click devices. This time I click PVR. And I hit the PVR power button. And that doesn't want to turn it on. So since the remote doesn't want to turn on the cable box, then I'm going to come over here. And it did turn on the cable box. You can see here the channel 8 is on. So it did turn on the cable box. And the Blu-ray player is still on. So let me drop this down and hit the power button. Turn off the Blu-ray player. And let me come back over here to the cable box to see. Maybe I'm on the wrong input number for the television. I thought the television was input number 4, but apparently not. Let's see if it's input number 6. Yes, it is input number 6. And there's Caillou. And there you go. How to turn on the Blu-ray, the TV, put on the correct input, watch the Blu-ray, then turn it off and put the television back on. Okay, here are the instructions on how to use the DVR function of your cable box, the digital video recorder function of your cable box. We are sitting here watching TV and we need to go to the restroom, but we don't want to miss what we're watching. So we come down to the remote control, and at the moment it is on the TV function. We need to get to the cable box function, so we click devices and then click on PVR. And now the PVR function is the function that we're using. And if we need to just pause and go to the bathroom, we come down here to the pause button, click pause, and it pauses the show. Now we can go back to the bathroom, go wash the dishes, do whatever, and when we're done, it will pause this for up to 1 hour. When you come back, you just simply come back over here, press play, and continue watching your show.
Show me the play button there.
And it's just your standard play button with the arrow pointing to the right, like every other play button for the last 30 years. And the same pause button for every pause button for the last 30 years. And the same fast forward and rewind button as every fast forward and the rewind button for the last 30 years. And so now we got on the phone, we forgot to press pause, and we want to go back 2 minutes and watch what we just missed because Christine called and we finally got a chance to talk to Christine. So now we want to rewind. And so we come down here and there are 2 rewind buttons. A regular rewind button with 2 arrows, and then a rewind button that has 2 arrows and a vertical little bar. So we're going to hit the one on top. Point it up here. Again, make sure your DVR is the function that's chosen. The PVR they call it here on this remote. And then just come down and hit the rewind button. If you hit it once, it goes back slowly. If you hit it twice, it goes back a little bit faster. And it will go all the way back to the point where you turned on this particular channel. Once you've turned on this channel, it'll go back to the beginning. Now, if you change channels, it starts recording all over again. So if I were to change channels right now, I could only rewind back to the point on the new channel that I am right now. It will not go back to the previous channel and rewind what you were watching on the previous channel. It kind of resets itself every time you change the channel. So if the show is very important to you and you don't want to make sure you miss it, then just simply come down to the show that you are watching, and in the middle of the show, just click the red record button, and it will begin recording the show. And that's how you use the DVR function.